I used to work in a gym, or it was the gym right before the gym that I was working at. So there was a transition happening for when the owners were taking over and changing the name of the gym and all that. But that's besides the point, because there were probably some other gyms that were doing the same thing. They had these shirts that would say "Body Under Construction," and the whole purpose was to say that people are signaling that they were working towards their goal and towards their body that they want. And in some ways, I'd fight against that, because in some ways you need to sort of accept the way your body is and work it to its maximum. So that's like if you're renovating a house, you do what you can without changing the structure, unless, of course, it's within your budget or within your opportunity to make changes to the structure. But the bones of the renovation are pretty much set. That being said, I think there's something to be taken from that metaphor as well, because I think there's an order that you have to do things. There's an order that you have to tackle projects before you can get started. And most people know, you got to do the framing, and then you do the electrical and the plumbing, and then you could do the drywall, and then you could do the floor, and you go on, so on and so forth. And it's not till the end where you work on the sort of details, the color of the paint, the paintings that you're going to hang up, the furniture in some cases, whatever it is, right? So there is a process to this. But there's also the expectation of how long it's going to take. It's never as quick as you are told by the general contractor, by the designers. It's never that quickly. They probably give you the best case scenario. And I think a lot of the advertising in fitness is about the best case scenario. I think there's some individual differences, and people, the rate at which they get towards their goal will change. But I think the most important thing is you don't abandon the project at any point. You don't stop in the middle of your renovation and say, you know what, this is taking too long, forget it, I'm not going to do this. But a lot of people will do that where it comes to your health and fitness goals. And what they're essentially doing is tearing everything down, starting again. And it's impossible to do that, because you got to live somewhere. You got to live in your body. You can't just abandon it. So when you're choosing to sort of stop a project midway and give up on it because it's taking too long, you're sort of saying to yourself that forget this. This is not worth it for me anymore. That being said, I want you to just circle back and realize that things will take a little bit longer than you expected. There's a certain order you need to be tackling things. Some details are not as important at the beginning as they are at the end. And more than anything, consider yourself. Be reasonable with yourself. Be kind. And sometimes there's delays. Sometimes things are not going to go your way. Sometimes the project is delayed outside of your reasonable control. So just be patient. Just be consistent. And you will get to the end result at some point soon.